shower real quick.
I'm taking a 14-hour drive right now.
To Ty Gibbs' house.
Yeah. Hello. Welcome back. Shrimp Hours, whatever the hell this is. 17? 16?
Wasn't it 16? Yeah.
Probably 16, somewhere up in there. Hi. I'm DriveThrough. I'm here, Rusty's here, Slap's here, Cody's here, Ed's here, and
Hello.
a guest who has kind of been on the show, but also kind of not. It's Caleb. Hello.
How we doing?
Welcome to the actual rest of the show.
Yeah,
You're
well-
not stuck in your own little segment anymore.
I know, it's great. I get to talk to everybody. I just have to look at the camera.
Kind of because you left your job, but also because we appreciate your opinion. Caleb, who are you and what do you do?
I'm just a scumbag on Twitter, basically all right now.
Fair.
These things happen.
That's about all we need. Is that a 0-0 Heineken slap?
Disappoint me.
Oh my god.
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
Get him out of
That's
here.
disgusting. All right.
Baja Blast, Caleb.
Yeah, that's Baja Blast.
I know that
Um,
color out of that Taco Bell cup instantly. I'd recognize
we
that.
have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. Do we even put the timer on for NASCAR talk?
No,
or do I just
not
leave it
nah.
off?
No,
Not this
week.
time.
Okay, I'm gonna split it into two segments at least. First Xfinity, then we'll get to Cup.
Say it.
You're killing me,
It's been
Caleb.
over
All
me.
right,
Fuck Ty
Say it.
Gibbs.
there it
Fuck
is. There it is.
Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, that was some nonsense. I only watched the last little bit of the race. Caleb, what the hell was that like in person?
So I was actually up on the fence for that. So, because I was getting my little camera shot right up against the fence, just in case they had a cool ass finish. So I watched all the cars fly by, and then I look up on the TV screen, and Brandon Jones is back end into the wall, and I'm like, what? And then they throw the caution out, and then they throw the replay, and I'm telling you, I have been to so many Bristol night races with Kyle Busch being introduced. I have never heard booing like I heard for Ty Gibbs. I mean, we were chanting, we were booing. I flipped him off. I mean, there were so many people flipping him off. It was, I have never seen somebody that hated anywhere.
It's a gorgeous picture, by the way.
Dude, I saw one picture from somebody way up on turn 1. It's just a whole crowd of people giving the finger.
So yeah, here's Caleb's of 54 bitch made of Ty Gibbs celebrating.
You gotta scroll down just a tad.
burned
so you can see
that
the finger.
He burned
There we
that
go.
thing
There
down
we go.
so hard after dumping his teammate to win a race that he didn't even need to win.
I didn't.
I mean, he does
Not
not
gonna
give
lie,
a fuck.
Not gonna lie, I enjoyed that aspect of it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Here's
there's a
a-
picture from turn 1.
Yeah, look at this photo. This is an
every
incredible
single
photo.
person.
Dude, he
I
should have
didn't
done it
see
like
that.
that.
Oh my
He
God.
should have went and found Brandon's car and did that ARCA guy where he just burns out his face right in his mouth.
Imagine spending money.
I just want to let everybody know that this is not new for Ty Gibbs. Well, I was working at Greenville Pickens Speedway, and opening weekend, March 2017. He rolls up there. He had to be 15, 16
I was about
years
to say
old.
he was a very small child at that point in time.
Yeah,
Less than
and,
that.
and week 1 at Greenville Pickens Speedway dumps 2 people en route to victory. So
Baby
this
mode.
this is not new. This is old behavior. This is a rich kid that has never faced any consequences for his actions. Somebody needs to take him out behind the hauler with a lead pipe and teach him a lesson.
Damn. I was gonna say,
we gotta
like-
send Austin Hill over his direction.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh my
I need
god.
to mention that. Yeah, that was
Complete
gorgeous.
knockout income.
Do we have any better views of that, or is that
No.
far away security cam the best one we
Yeah,
have?
there's just that view down the pits of
You got
Mayat
You
getting
just
clocked.
see that white arm and that white fire shoot.
That was an anime punch. That's not even real.
It was. The way that
CGI.
Mayat flew back.
That was
too.
One Punch Man in real life.
Dude,
Dude.
and he still took him down to the ground afterwards. He didn't just knock him out, let him lay. He still tried to
Good.
finish him.
Follow through.
And isn't
Killer
Mayat
instinct,
Snyder? Mayat Snyder's a pretty small dude, right? And
Yeah.
Austin Hill's
Yeah.
pretty big boy, pretty big
Yeah.
boned, and just laid him the fuck out.
Yeah,
We've
I'm
seen
I'm gonna need him to deal
dude.
with Ty Gibbs.
We've watched a fair amount of UFC fights in here. I wish some of these fighters would be doing stuff like that. Some of these dudes suck compared to Austin Hill. Who would have known?
We need like the Myatt Snyder camera on top of his head when he gets punched, and then it
The
fades to
onboard
black,
shot.
and then it's like the Skyrim, like, oh, you're finally awake.
Yeah, I'm gonna need someone to
Dude,
do
if
that to Ty Gibbs.
If I ever get
Fucking-
knocked the fuck out like that, you guys gotta meme the hell out of me, please. Like,
Oh, of course, absolutely.
We'll just yell "World Star" while we're filming your
Yeah.
unconscious body.
Yeah. We'll run your pockets. We'll give you a couple slaps. We'll do it all.
Fuck Ty Gibbs. What a bastard. He's never
Fuck
had to
him.
give a shit. He doesn't have to give a shit. I just,
Well,
it's
the thing is, like,
legitimately
he just
a
made like the worst.
a bad decision.
possible.
like he
Yeah,
literally
'cause-
would have
'cause
had
now instead
one
of it being
teammate. It could have been 2v2.
JGR versus
Yeah.
JRM. Now it's 3v1.
And not only that, but he's pissed off his teammate who will next year be a teammate to everyone he's fighting against the championship with. What a goofball. What a nerd. What a moron.
And hey, for any
decision.
young aspiring Xfinity Series drivers who happen to come across this podcast, I'm just going to say this. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, if you were to wreck Ty Gibbs, you would instantly become a fan favorite. And,
It's
like,
true.
Yeah, you'd gain like 100,000 followers overnight. You get all
Full
these
may or
on
may not
sales.
buy hundreds of dollars of your merch.
Make a
Yeah.
TikTok of that. You will go super viral.
No, like
Yeah.
I can see the Kenseth Logano moment happening next week at friggin' Phoenix with whoever
Logano, maybe no.
if Brandon Jones has the cojones to do it.
someone better do it because I'm sick of all this kind of talk and nothing happens. Like you're gonna you find your ass like on the losing the
Yep.
championship if you don't take care
But,
of
like-
business.
No,
like
this
Denny
is
Hamlin,
where
like
you
Denny
reckon
Hamlin.
lap one.
Brandon
Yeah.
Jones, spotlight's on you. I mean, his season's over. Like, what else is he gonna do? He's leaving the team anyways. Like, this is
Yeah.
the perfect scenario to just go and
What better way to walk out of the
know.
building?
Yeah, he's
Well,
got nothing
and
to
it's
lose.
and it'll benefit your future team. Like it's
Yeah.
it's
like
too easy.
honestly.
Junior will probably hand you like $100,000 leaving Phoenix just right then and there.
Like we've always hated on Brandon Jones. Now he has the opportunity. Like this is the golden
ultimate redemption
opportunity
arc.
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
it all worth it. His whole career can lead up to that moment. And if he doesn't do anything, I'm gonna be upset.
This is like
Honestly.
Krillin getting blown up by Frieza and then having like the ultimate opportunity to kill Frieza right then and there immediately afterwards.
Honestly.
This is the years
Shout
of
out
the
Dragon
Dragon
Ball Z.
Yeah.
dude.
Like-
By the way.
Should we do a prediction? Like, does he get his shit dumped or not? Should
He
we
has
call
to.
this?
He
He
has
has
to.
to.
He has to.
to.
He
has
has to.
I agree.
So,
he has
somebody
to,
has to
but
do it. I ain't saying it has to be Brandon Jones, but somebody's
should
got to
be.
lay the wood to him.
No
It really
Xfinity
should
driver
be
has the
Brandon Jones.
testicles to kill Ty Gibbs, and that's just
We're gonna
unfortunate.
find that out.
First
about-
time you're
what about
alongside
Noah?
him, just
What
run
about
him into the
Noah?
wall.
Noah do it. Noah walked up behind Brandon Jones in there in that interview. He was like, "Go over there, whoop his ass, dude."
Nah.
That's what I mean. That's what
No
I
one's
mean.
got
don't
his
see
own
anybody else
championship to be
doing it.
fighting for.
Yeah,
It's
I
gotta
don't
be
think anybody
Brandon
else
Jones.
is.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You just need to pull
That's
like,
nobody
the
else's
Lee
fight.
The Lee Petty move, just cold cock him with a fucking tire wrench, just right across the face.
That is the second time you've mentioned someone hitting Ty Gibbs in the head with a long metallic object.
Hit him in the head
And
with a
we
water
are
bottle like they used
8
to. Take
minutes
it back,
into the
old-
show.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs in the pits with the wrench. Is this the clue we're playing?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I have an alibi for Sunday. Just so everybody knows.
God damn. Yeah.
This
fuck
program does
Ty
not
Gibbs.
endorse violence towards Ty Gibbs.
I forgot
Dude,
to
Yes, it
mention there
does. Yes, it does.
Wait a minute now.
Does Austin
There
Hill
were-
accept fights for hire?
Yeah.
Just pay him
There
to
were
go lay
beer
him out.
cans on the racetrack after the Xfinity race.
Good.
And
Good. Where's Rusty's tweet? Oh, I don't have it pulled up, but Rusty tweeted "Bring Winston back" and the photo of all the guys throwing beer cans at Jeff Gordon. It was great. It was perfect.
I don't think even I saw that.
It was good.
I wonder how much money Talladega made off of recycled aluminum that weekend.
Dude, probably my favorite reply I got on that tweet was like, "There's a bucket of KFC like right next to Jeff Gordon's car." Like,
What the hell?
And then I'd never
What?
noticed. Like, literally, this is the funniest thing I've ever read in my life. Like, literally looking right at you on the camera is this bucket of chicken.
Hold on.
Who throws a bucket of
KFC
chicken, bro?
bucket. It's like right under the door numbers.
Yeah, yeah. Just a bucket.
I'm gonna bring this up.
Chicken.
Hold on. We need a Dale Jr.
There's multiple. There's like way more. Look at it in the background.
There's like
We need a Dale Jr. download episode with whoever threw that bucket of chicken.
Look at them on the left. There's so
It's
many.
upright. It's the only one that's upright too. It's right next to him.
Who was so pissed that they were like, "Fuck it, we're throwing KFC on the track down at Jeff Gordon."
Dude, can you imagine if he frisbeed it and the chicken's just still in there, like perfectly upright?
Imagine
Landed
eating
like that.
Colonel's finest, man. What is wrong with you people?
Imagine going to the combination Taco Bell and KFC and just loading up the fucking KFC bucket with Baja Blast and then yeeting it onto the track.
Imagine being Ray Evernham and his crew. You go back to the shop, you just have to start scraping some breading off the tires.
Chicken greasy. They don't make them like they used to.
Got flies all up inside the car.
Holy shit!
All right, that was your Xfinity discussion. On to the next. Cup Series Sunday. I literally only watched the end of the race, and I don't think I missed a single thing.
I didn't.
Dude, I'm a big hater, but after 80 laps, it got kind of hot. Like when the tires started wearing off, it was pretty good, but it took 80 laps.
Yeah, green flag pit stops are pretty neat. Pretty neat. The pit strategies and everything is good.
I was there in person, and through 40 laps, I was
Ready to
borderline
die.
suicidal watching that race.
Now we're talking.
It was really sad when you went in the group chat and you're like, "Yo, who's a Martinsville?" and everyone's like, "I'm not going. The car's shit." And you're just like, "All right."
Yeah,
Actually, hold on, Caleb. I'm calling you out.
Oh.
Ben said he arranged a meeting spot, and you literally looked at him and walked away.
I did not look at him. I did not look at him. I did not see Ben.
Damn.
I stood there. I waited for
You
Ben.
got stood up.
Shrimp,
Hold on,
you
let me
No,
look at the
no,
message.
I did
I'm
not
looking at
look
the
at Ben.
message.
I
You
was-
just sent
I
them to a
was
fucking
looking
Waffle
around.
House that's closed again.
Oh my
You
god!
got
I was looking
stood
for
up.
Ben. I did not
Bro.
find Ben.
All right, message
The
from Ben
fry fumes
Easterday.
have gotten to him.
Ben Easterday writes in. He says, "Fuck Caleb. He's a big rat. Literally saw him look over where we were meeting and left."
Yeah.
And then he wanted to take your spot on the podcast.
Next
So-
week.
to Ben.
So yeah, okay. Let me explain this. All right, so we're walking out of the track, Martinsville. They installed some 5G something towers around the track, so we had great
Uh-oh.
reception.
Your dad loves those.
Rusty's pissed right now. He can't stand it.
There are some
So that's why
Martinsville
Rusty
frogs that
didn't go.
aren't straight anymore. But anyways, so I was looking over there for him. I didn't see him, and I didn't know like what his ETA was. So I tried to walk, find some signal, and the Hoff and I we just walked back to the car, and I got to the car, and that's when I got signal back, and I saw a message from Ben, and he said, "You gonna keep walking off, or you gonna come over here?" And I said, "Dude, I looked for you. I didn't see you. We're in traffic. It
You left him.
was just
Yeah,
bad.
blew
It
it.
was just bad timing."
He was looking for
Bad
some signal,
looking.
on the ground, like over here, back in his car.
Yeah.
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 Have you considered glasses maybe in your future?
I owe
Anyway.
it to Ben. I'm sorry. My bad.
Anyway.
I'll take the.
The 5G's got it to him, just
Yeah,
scrambled
except for
his
the
brain
fact
a
that his
little
phone
bit.
signal
Yeah.
didn't work right next to it, apparently.
5G's a myth.
The race sucked, and then we got to the end. I basically tuned in when Chastain and Denny were like going at it. Somehow Chase Briscoe was in the lead.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
pit
guess he
strategy,
stayed out
stay
because
on
he got
tires.
absolutely like run through after that.
Yeah.
the final
good for, like,
restart
10
was kind of
laps.
hot.
Yeah.
Like,
I
they
can,
were
yeah.
beating and banging, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah.
There is for the last like 20 laps, I have probably the only time I've felt intensity like that at a cup race was probably Martinsville last year, when Denny and Bowman were going at it.
Oh
And,
yeah.
Like, yeah, the car is doo-doo, but that fall Martinsville race, that is probably one of the hottest tickets in cup right now. I mean, it is the atmosphere is like none other at the end. God damn it.
Best decision NASCAR has ever made is putting
Yep.
that as the cutoff
Yep.
race.
Yeah.
Wait
Yeah.
until Phoenix is Daytona in 2 years.
NASCAR November. Anyway, and then the
Profit.
thing happened.
It was prophesized.
Then Ross Chastain did the thing. Probably the coolest fucking thing that anyone's ever done in a motor race. Period. I mean, it's up there.
It's ridiculous.
Hall of Fame worthy.
Dude.
some
The
would say.
balls, just like literally cock on the table and just round the top. What a legend. I like.
You might be my hero.
Yeah,
I was
mean,
watching F1 on the couch and I had the little NASCAR race up on my phone. So I was like, oh, what the hell's gonna happen? Race is gonna suck. And then he pulls that shit. I was going nuts.
Dude,
That's crazy.
dude.
I might be a little jaded, but if we ban Caleb in the core league and Carnation for doing that, how is this happening on the Cup Series?
Don't
It's
say
baby
we, I
mode in
didn't do
real life
anything.
Yeah, they got to ban that, but they haven't said anything yet, and it's Tuesday night.
Dude, what
They'll wait till after the season, I think.
Yeah,
Everyone's-
they're gonna wait until somebody does that bullshit at Phoenix, see if they can't get lightning to strike twice.
I want him to keep it just for like the randomness. Like imagine two cars side by side at Martinsville. Instead of banging on the high side, the dude on the outside just goes to the fucking wall, and the dude on the inside's like, oh no, and like turns into him, and they both wreck, and third place win. It'd be
It's
crazy.
not gonna happen again, but I think that's what makes it so special. Like that is just okay.
It's
The
literally the
Indy
chassis
turn
rule.
one thing when he just like didn't take the track, that was kind of dumb. It was like, all right, buddy, just didn't make an attempt to make the corner and went through the stupid little access thing. But this was like,
But just like the
Right.
access road, we're going to reach like a singularity where if they have not made a rule on this going into the Martinsville fall race next
Yeah.
year,
Everybody's gonna do it.
yeah,
What a
you're going
fucking
to see like
cool
9 guys go to the outside.
dude, and everyone's like thought about it. Everyone's done it in a video game. Like I used to do it in NASCAR 07 all the time as a kid, but this guy had the balls to do it in a real life car, to just put it all out there. Like I'm out of words to describe how
That car
cool
really
that is.
belongs in the Hall of Fame when you think about it. When you think about
Apparently,
Ross
the
Chastain,
NASCAR Hall of Fame's talking to track.
That's his
about
moment.
getting a hold of it.
they need to take it because when when we think of Ross Chastain in 15 years, chances are, unless something stupid happens, we're probably gonna think of that.
isn't it? It's like crazy even to think of. Like Ross Chastain could be a champion this year. Like that's
Yeah.
one of the weirdest things I look at in the championship for. Like Joey Logano could be the champion of this year.
Yeah,
I haven't watched a whole lot of NASCAR, but I feel like he hasn't been anywhere. Christopher Bell could be the champion. It's actually pretty likely that Christopher
that,
Bell
yeah.
will be the champion.
when the year Chase Elliott won the Cup championship, I was like, Chase should not be a champion already. Like, what is happening? It was very odd.
Can you imagine
Big
Christopher Bell?
Imagine
like
if
12.
Chase Briscoe had made those old tires work out, and then he gets to
Yeah.
the Final Four. Like, go ahead and tell me he deserves to be there.
Who the hell even is the other person in the championship? for?
Exactly, dude. They got to get rid of this. Dude, they got to get rid of this.
Wait,
we've
who is
jumped the
it?
shark.
Yeah, I
We've
don't
jumped the
actually
shark.
know
We-
the Final
Chase Elliott.
Four.
Chase Elliott.
Chase.
Ah,
Dude.
boo.
Oh,
They got to get rid of this. They got to get rid of this. At
No,
least
I-
make it like a
No.
longer period of-
After what Ross Chastain did,
No,
and
that
the
doesn't
millions of views they
redeem
got,
it.
this is guaranteed that
No.
the playoffs will remain in place forever.
No,
I hate
That's
That
like
to.
a
doesn't
weird.
redeem.
No, it's a weird like clout chasing, like short-sighted
I agree
thing.
with
It's
Slap,
corny.
no.
You lose your integrity. You lose all your like.
It's not like
Integrity,
they do, but they're going
integrity
to.
left the dock years ago. That ship has sailed.
I'm
We are
trying
never
to get
getting
it back. I'm trying to bring it back.
You see
The
what it's
dam of
gone in
integrity has
general.
It's
burst.
gone.
There's no
No,
rebuilding.
you know all
Yeah.
the execs at NASCAR, like Steve Phelps is watching the analytics roll in, and they're like, all right, 10 more years.
We like what we're seeing, people.
I hate to
Cody's
be
trying
that
to-
guy. I hate to be that guy that's like, oh, I was ahead of the curve. I was thinking this before everyone else, but I just posted in general. I had a tweet back in March that I think they could easily win the championship this year. That was back in March before Ross or Daniel got either one of their first wins.
Breaking
Yeah,
good team
but,
can win
like-
championship.
Cody
do
H.
gotta say-
Crystal Ball.
That was still a pretty big long shot back then. Neither one of them had gotten their first win yet.
I do got to say, for a winner-take-all race after this whole season, having Ross Chastain in the Final Four is best-case scenario because that's
Yep.
some like you have to tune in to see what the fuck is going to happen.
I love how it's
Yeah,
a different.
better win.
It's a different team. Like it's 4 different teams.
Well, the
Penske,
crazy thing is,
Joe
like
Gibbs,
any
That's true.
Hendrick, and Trackhouse.
When's the last time we've had
any
that?
4 of those guys could win that. Like Ross Chastain has proven he'll do anything to win. Joey Logano's proven he'll do anything to win. Chase Elliott is the golden boy with the silver spoon, and then Christopher Bell has every time he's needed to win to advance, he has won. When he was
Yeah.
way outside of the chase or outside of the playoff field, he won that race at New Hampshire. When he needed to win at Roval to advance, he won that. When he needed to win at Martinsville to advance, he won that. You know, this
All
is a guy that when the chips are down, somehow, some way, he pulls a win out of his ass.
Yeah.
Are we taking picks? We taking guesses? Final race of the year, boys.
I thought we got rid of that segment. You told me to get rid of that one.
I know, but I feel
This
like
is different. This is different.
This is different.
Special
don't want-
occasion.
This is the championship.
I'm kind of pulling for clownery and Ross Chastain. Like, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
It was always Ross Chastain. It's
Yeah.
got to be Ross Chastain.
Everybody wants that, but we all know the evil empire is back. Joey Logano. Joey Logano's gonna.
I would honestly
screw the
be
pooch.
so upset.
He's gonna
I
screw
would
the pooch.
The
He's gonna
only-
ruin the Cinderella story. It's all over.
We're on the Ross Chastain champion timeline. I mean, after throwing it into fifth gear at Martinsville, I mean, you're telling me he's not going to Phoenix next week and winning that shit?
Like, he's the fan favorite, honestly.
I'm expecting him, like, everybody else is 1, 2, 3, Ross in fourth, last restart, and he just sends it in, wrecks all the other three in a turn 2, and then Ross is going to come out with the champion. Rick Allen's going to scream
if
his
you
head
want
off.
Watch him go
anyone-
through the dog leg. Like, it's gonna be nuts.
If you want
Oh my
anyone
God.
other than Ross Chastain to win the championship, you're a chump. That's just how
Even
it
if
is.
for whatever sad reason Ross doesn't get it and someone else does, he will still forever be a legend, not just for his
It's
move
true.
alone, but for also knocking Denny out and making him wait a 17th or 18th year in Cup before he can
And he didn't just
potentially
beat him
get
in
one.
points. Like he edged him out at the line by like a bumper. Like just you know.
he had
like
the positions
Gavin said,
anyway,
dick
but it
on
was kind of
table.
nutty.
He
that he
didn't
just
need to
beat
pass
Denny.
him, but yeah, it was still just
Yeah.
it was
Just a little-
justified. It was poetic. Yeah, there. Thank you.
What the hell happened to Tyler Reddick?
You got
I still don't
grounded
really
and
know.
apparently got
Hell,
rust.
Concussed.
Concussion, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
but, like, did
stack
he
up on
wreck?
one of no. There's a stack up on one of the
Yeah.
restarts apparently, and someone got into the back of him and just whiplash. I guess
He
just
drove
wasn't
into the
feeling
back
right.
of the 48 apparently, and it fucked
Oh,
him up.
shoot.
Yeah.
That's
Man.
that 48's cursed.
Apparently. Dude, they still put Alex Bowman's name on that car every week. It still upsets me
Yep.
every time I see a picture of
Who
it.
even drove it?
Noah Gregson
Oh,
every
okay.
single
They're gonna,
week.
put they're gonna put the Gregson nameplate on it next week.
Actually, or
No, because Bowman's
No.
back.
oh, is he actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
They
Yeah.
should
Oh, I didn't know
attribute
that.
though. I think the logic of that works out though. Let's put Gregson on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gregson got kicked out of the car, so
yeah.
put
They,
his
they
name on
took the
that.
few remaining working brain cells from
Yeah.
Kurt Busch, gave him over to Bowman, so he's good now.
All right.
I know you have talked about it, but having Kurt Busch's name
outta
on a
here.
car that he hasn't driven
It's
this
so
year in the
stupid.
23, it's
They fixed it though. They started putting John Hunter on the 45.
For
that was just
the
because of
one
the
race.
suspension. Yeah.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah, Kurt Busch's name is on the 23. Supposed
So
to.
they
That's
still put the
embarrassing.
injured guy on the car, but not the suspended guy?
Yep.
Yep.
Shit, I didn't realize that when I made that point last
We
week.
live in
I
a society.
forgot.
What a
The
world.
23 XI swap is really screwed with me. All right, let's talk about what happened on Twitter this week, because that's, kind of in line with
Like
things. We already
9
looked at a few
million views
tweets
that Ross Chastain thing now.
from the
Over 10
Martinsville
million
race.
now.
Well, we'll get to that. I first want to talk about some Ty Gibbs stuff, so we're gonna step back real quick, just because some of the reactionary tweets
When
were
in doubt,
damn
revert
solid.
to fuck Ty Gibbs.
Eric Jones just put out really, which I liked. Denny Hamlin dropped this
Dude.
one, which
Dude,
is
that's-
like,
That's
Yeah,
a
that's-
big bomb.
That's
Yeah.
hardcore. That is hardcore.
who
Oh,
is Ty? Who the?
Nephew.
Coy's son.
Okay. So imagine doing something so stupid that your teammate literally says, "I miss your dead uncle."
Jesus.
That's really something that when it makes you just contemplate life itself. That's
Shout out to Denny.
really did something.
This might go down as like savage tweet of the year. He did not need to go this far.
Yeah.
it might be of the decade, honestly. Holy shit.
I
I wonder how that
wait.
goes down within the org too. That's got to be a little uncomfortable in the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah,
meeting.
that is. It's just, yeah.
Unless Denny knows that he's not going to be around for much longer.
Gonna be at
Uh,
2311.
Yeah, he's got his own team now.
the other one, I want to point out my own of this Jeb Burton Raja Caruth interaction after the race, where they do this weird like
Oh, yeah, it
kind
looks
of
like a
argument thing
cutscene.
with their hands. Literally looks like it's straight out of the EA game, especially the way they walk away and then camera cuts.
It's
Very
so
much
accurate.
enjoyed that.
Just the slight
Dude,
little
I
grab. Hey, I'm
didn't
not
even see
done. Just a few more words, then the little tap. All right, thanks.
Yeah, they do the
I
little
didn't even
boop,
see
boop.
the incident, but I think we know who's on the correct side here.
Yeah. Ryan Pistano put up a good graphic with the junior motorsports team next week, consisting of the 1, the 7, the 8, the 9, and the 19.
I didn't see that. It's gold.
Kyle Larson was talking shit after the race. He said that Ross Chastain's move was embarrassing, which is really funny considering Kyle literally did it.
Boo.
No.
Kyle Larson's a pussy.
Boo. What a bum.
These guys have tried it. Ross was just the first one to pull it off successfully.
Kyle Larson said that's not a good look for our sport, and I saw someone reply, "Yeah, Kyle." Kyle's very experienced with good looks for this sport.
Yeah.
He literally said he was embarrassed by his own move last year. He's entitled to change his opinion. He's a changed man.
Yeah, he's entitled to be a bitch.
He said
All right,
something
next
else.
one. There's this footage that was apparently posted on Facebook, reposted on Twitter by Danny B, of this
Danny's
Jesse
gotta chill.
Iwuji pit stop. No, this is pretty funny. They're doing this Jesse Iwuji pit stop, and they got this.
Yeah, who is this guy? Like, what the fuck?
He's some like sponsor or VIP or something. He hops the wall
Did
and
the
goes
guy
and
tap him
grabs
on
a
the back
tire.
and yeah.
Isn't
But you
that
don't-
supposed to be a penalty though? Like if there's too many people over the
Oh,
wall?
absolutely.
Random
He
ass
also
guy
doesn't
wearing a
have
fucking
any of the
helmet,
safety
t-shirt,
gear.
whatever.
Yeah,
No
Some dude
fire
wearing a
suit,
fucking
no nothing.
t-shirt and a fucking
Tap on the back, I don't think
A
means
Bush beer
jump the
t-shirt.
wall. Oh, Jesus Christ. I played it full
like
volume.
tennis
Shout out to
shoes.
Twitter. Like, the guy gets tapped on the back. That doesn't mean friggin' run out and hop the fence. I think it means like, hey, there's a tire coming.
You can see
Anyways.
the guy like waving his hand, like no, like the moment he actually goes over the wall.
So according to Danny B, Jesse Iwuji says the team doesn't know who the person is or the person who tapped him to grab the tires, which I think is pretty funny.
Do we just have people just sneaking into random pit box? Like, yeah, I'm on the crew.
Well, I
Where are you?
mean,
Oh, I'm the new guy. Okay.
if I was on the team that had a random dude jump the pit wall, I say I wouldn't know. I would say I didn't know him
Exactly.
either. Like, I'd just be like, who's that? I don't know who that guy.
It could be
is.
my own father. I'd be like, I've never seen this man in my life.
Whoever this guy is. He just got put onto the bus. So shout out to Jesse Iwuji. All right. Last one. This is clip from this Barstool podcast, which I'm not going to play with audio, but this girl basically said that NASCAR is not a sport, and the other one defended NASCAR like really well, which I appreciate. But then she said that Dale Earnhardt Jr. died for this, which obviously NASCAR Twitter got very upset about. But Dale Jr. posted a solid response of himself from like 6 years ago, looking confused. Shout out to Dale Jr.
I love Dale Jr.
All right, that's your Twitter update coming at
Shout
you
out
fast.
Nonstop November and trending on, or nonstop Nut
Oh my
November.
God.
Don't
it is.
encourage.
Oh,
Trending on
here we go.
Just look at the
Twitter.
trends real quick.
Yeah, we got
Oh
some
my
Trump is
God.
dead.
Yeah, we got some-
Stop November.
That's what's going
Melon
on
Man's
Twitter.
trending right now with the Ross Chastain.
That's it was, you know, as stupid as it was really damn cool.
That
And it
onboard is
actually did the rounds all over the internet.
That's the most badass thing I've ever seen. Just like going into
Yeah.
3, throwing it into 5th, slamming it against the wall. Hell yeah.
There were some good meme edits of that already.
The
Alright.
onboard from Chase was so funny. Like you just see that one car just like take off against the
What?
wall. He just like, what the hell was that?
I don't have the tweet in front of me, but I saw someone did the math just based on like how wide the radius of the turn was and how fast he made it, of how many G's he experienced. It was like up in the upper fives. of
Yeah,
how
I think I
many
saw it
Gs he
was
experienced.
5.2 something like that.
Damn.
Sheesh.
Have you seen the Freebird edit? That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's great. All right. We're going to go to Drip or Drown. I'm going to try and jump through this pretty quick because we got a lot to talk about. So, all right. Real quick, I just want to say, a lot of Halloween schemes this week. Love to fucking see it. There were about 4, I think, either last year or 2 years ago in the Xfinity series and like 1 in the Cup series. And it's become a thing, and I love it. So, tons of Halloween schemes. We're going to shout them all out. All right, Bucked Up Energy, 07, Joe Graff Jr. looks sick. 26 car, who the fuck is this? Derek Griffith. Car looks sick. This is cool. Great job. Number 36, Alex LeBay. Has little snowmen and Canadian-related Halloween stuff. Awesome. Number 35, Patrick Emmerling. Cool looking car, but they also, I think
What
they
the
just
hell is that?
they didn't get a sponsor for the race, so instead they put the logo of every single sponsor that they've had this season on the side of the car, and it is an absolute mosaic. So yeah, shout out to Emmerling Gase Motorsports.
I like
Alright.
it. Looks like
Jeremy
chickens.
Clements, 51, looks cool. They even put a spider web in the number. Shout out.
Oh, that's cute.
78 car, Stephen
Big
Parsons.
skull. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
cute.
They kind of
Oh,
integrated
BJ,
the
it's
Richmar
BJ
colors.
too. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's
Speaking
cute.
of NASCAR news, you see Garrett Smithley is going to be full time in the 78.
This is
Yeah.
not BJ. Who is that?
This is
BJ.
Stephen
BJ
Parsons in
was like that.
BJ's car.
Who's driving it?
Stephen Parsons.
Ah, okay.
Literally just said
Yeah,
that.
Sober October has come to an end, by the way.
This car's
Josh
sick.
Williams.
No,
I got to
I
give a
didn't
quick
get-
shout out to
Cut out for me. All right, damn.
Beetlejuice.
It's
Michael
his own
Bocelli
face on the
design.
car.
Josh
Yes.
Williams. The sponsor got into it and got their whole logo in the friggin' look at this in the friggin'
That
font,
car
and they
was
got a ton
sick.
of custom graphics. And dude, they dressed him up in a friggin' Beetlejuice
yeah.
suit.
Ace.
They had a a Beetlejuice version of Josh Williams on the hood. That's cool. They went friggin' all out. Shout out to Sleepwell, DGM, raceartist.com. Very cool. And then they also did the 91 for Mason Massey, which also looks sick. DGM really goes all out with the Halloween stuff. I mean, they kind of started it. And they just, it's fucking illustrations are sweet. All right. Special shout out to the 47 car of Dawson Pram,
dude.
which has Michael Waltrip's brewery sponsoring it.
I need to
But it's
try
just
that.
got this foam creamy splash all over the side of the car.
It's like on the window though. I like that.
That is pretty cool. They got the old school like put the decal onto the window thing going on, which is
Dude.
kind of cool.
That's sick.
Sticker is big and dangerous, but I sure do love.
He also has
Ah,
Boom
yeah.
Squad on the back of the car. I don't know what that means. But
We've all
Rusty, I
been
know
part of
you're
the
a
Boom
fan of product on the side of the car.
Oh, dude, and it's on the window. Big nut.
It's a really good way to make your plain black car stand out with just like these decals. So shout out to the friggin' Harmonator squad.
I love the
All
little
right.
please drink responsibly.
Cup series. We're gonna jump through these. Kevin Harvick, Boosh, pretty cute. Good job. Corey LaJoy ran this. I think this is a crypto car, but the design's pretty cool. So, yeah. Chris Buescher just randomly ran a Matt Kenseth throwback to a car that I don't remember at all.
With Hall of Fame decals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he just get? Did Matt
That's Matt
Kenseth get in the
Kenseth,
Hall of
Yeah,
Fame
you
this
got
year?
it.
Signature right there.
Did
Yeah,
Matt
but
Kenseth make the Hall
Why
of
did they
Fame?
bring this out of Martinsville?
I'm
The
the
third
drunk
car ran. It's like a 10 years ago thing. In 2012, he ran it, and it was like his last something with Fifth Third
Kinda
Bank.
weird.
They wanted. Yeah, it was weird.
All right.
Shout out, Matt.
Okay. JJ Yaley has this
Hey.
rad cat.
Are we actually giving any
design.
of these ratings?
No. Because
What are
they've
we
all been
doing?
pretty
Yeah,
good
but
so
What the hell
far.
is
Do
this
that.
segment?
There's like 40 of them, so we're just
Yeah,
They're
they've all been
all drip.
great.
They're all drip.
This car
Somebody's
looks
gotta yell
sick,
one of
but I
them.
was like, what the fuck is rad cats?
Mm.
Do we have any
NFT.
guesses?
Is that
Panel?
Hasbulla on the back?
Turns out it is a metaverse NFT thing. And they did a watch party of the race in the metaverse with just like furry stuff NFTs next to the
looking
thing.
at? What the hell am I?
Oh, wow.
Look at this. Let's see if we recognize any. No.
If you recognize any names in here, we got some questions for you.
Yeah, we gotta immediately ban them.
So
Come
it's
play,
like-
come watch NASCAR.
no, all right,
Roblox.
we're clear.
It's like the Monkey Club, but they're cats and they all look like furries. So shout out
What
to
the
freaking
hell?
They
am
just
I
like
looking at?
100% rip that off.
yeah. It's a weird fucking crypto shit going on. Car looks cool though. That's a drip. Kyle Busch. That's just okay. I don't know. He's run the same.
No, that's
Halloween
classic. That is
Eminem
a
stuff
classic.
all
Yeah,
the
it's the
time.
last. It's the last.
It's the
time
last
you'll
one
ever see
ever.
that car. Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Moji Sushi was on Todd Gilliland's car. It looks sick. I love a nice asymmetrical design. That's a drip. BJ McLeod ran a Halloween car, but they didn't. There's just a weird shadow behind the logo. The design's cool. The logo is just weirdly incorporated. And lastly,
Yeah.
Ty
God.
Dillon Space Force.
Yes.
Looks sick. They put a little. It's kind of like the edge of the Earth atmosphere. It has chrome numbers on it, which look cool.
Is it
Oh,
curved or
um,
flat?
shit.
Mm.
What?
Definitely
There we go.
curved.
There it is.
It took everyone a second to pick up on that.
Turns out the Space Force is real, by the way. I thought that was a meme.
Oh no, it is
No, no,
alive
it's
and
real.
well.
I'm
Um,
enlisting
It's
tomorrow.
real. My fucking cousin transferred from the Air Force. He's going to be a space shuttle door gunner.
Which said it's gunners into space? Oh my god.
Literally a surveillance system. Like fucking.
We're
All right.
blowing up Jupiter.
Before that gets too crazy, we have one more dripper drown to talk about.
Oh yes.
So Dale Jr. put out this announcement today. They're doing a bunch of stuff with Bass Pro Shops. They got this late model to look like the old Dale Senior Bass Pro Shops car, and it is, it's so nice. And then they have this Xfinity car that looks like shit.
They just need some more fender contigs. The fender just looks so bare. The rest
Dude,
of it's
that
awesome.
car is so hot, DT.
Why is
car
that club so close to the nose? That
Dude,
looks so
look
weird.
at the size of this. It's like someone took the like big logo idea and just like, dude, the logo, there's no space to breathe. It's right up against the fish. It's right up against this stupid line. I saw someone point
make
out
up
that it
your
looks like
mind,
this
DT. You're
tax
saying
slayer car that everyone hates.
Yeah, if
Make
it's
up
too
your
small,
mind.
you don't like it. If
There's
it's too
like
big,
not
you don't
enough.
like it.
There's too much space here. There's not enough space over here. Make up your fucking mind.
It's just
This is a-
crowded.
This is a graphic designer.
Nah, this car is a drip 100%.
Certified.
Look at that day glow with the flat black. The number is perfect. There's literally, this car is it's so good.
The only thing wrong is just
I'm
the
gonna call
fender's a little bare. They just need a few more contigs.
There's
on
so
the
many
fender.
things on the back half of the car, and there is nothing here.
Just take all those B pillar logos and just replicate and just repeat them on the fender too.
Well, teams have slid the Xfinity stuff all the way up the car too, or just make a design that actually looks good on the current body. This will look sick on a Gen 4.
What are you talking about?
It's just, I don't know. It's
Go back to
it's so
Canada.
crowded.
Your American
Maybe you
privileges
don't need
have
to be
been
on the show
revoked.
next week.
This looks like shit.
I hear you,
No.
DT. I hear you.
Certified drip. DT's washed up.
I'm not happy. I feel like Dale
If you
Jr.
call it a
deserves a better looking
drown,
car than that.
You need the death penalty.
It's a drown. It
It's
literally looks like
not.
okay, here, one more time. It looks like a discount Noah Gregson car where the silver fell off. Like,
No.
it's not doing it for me.
You fell off.
Get
Dude.
the firing squad.
Big logo on the hood.
Good one.
That's the biggest the logo's ever been. So that
Yeah.
makes me.
All right. We'll
I'm
agree
a
to
fan.
disagree.
Take
I'm buying the shirt.
LBT.
The hat, the diecast, the flag.
Maybe
I'm
I'll
buying
take
it
the
all.
L.
The merch they put out today.
That
Oh.
shirt was hot. There was a shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, they put out merch for the late model car. It looks sick. I don't have a picture of it, but it looks great. Okay. We can disagree on Drip or Drown, but we cannot disagree on the best segment, the one that makes the whole show.
Mm.
Yeah.
The turkey always gets me. it's the little turkey thrown in there.
Something about Cozy. His first time hearing it last week.
Yeah. Cozy was just confused.
I was waiting for him to hit the disconnect button when that came on, to be honest with you.
Cody, did you go anywhere this week?
Oh, my last race was before the last episode was recorded. So
Damn, it's getting cold
what do
in
you
Wisconsin.
got, Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb, you were in
Oh, we're throwing it to
Martinsville.
me?
Yeah.
All right. So, so me and the Hoff get down there on Saturday, and they're like, it was just these general admission tickets. So we sat in this old, it's like the section for the handicapped people, but they got like these really nice seats. So we sat there.
All right.
Maybe I'm the animal, I don't know. But there's this old dude that was sat right next to us.
Are you about to make fun of handicapped people on our podcast?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No,
It
he's
was
just
Wouldn't be the
stealing
first
their
time.
He's making fun of old people.
All right.
But this dude like fell asleep and was like drooling during the Xfinity race right next to us. But that's not even like the worst part of the weekend. On Sunday, we have the actual seats, right? These are like assigned seating. We walk down to the row. This is like an hour. So I think like 30 minutes till driver intros. And this family of like 5 has this big blanket spread out all over the seats into my seats. And I'm like, hey, y'all got to like move over. And they didn't really give me much trouble there, but it was like, yeah, sure. But then
cold.
this couple comes in. this dude's like he's missing a leg, and the wife.
So
is,
you are making fun of handicapped people.
No, stop. That's not what the punchline is. All right.
That's pretty
Well,
good.
there's a punchline and you're making fun of somebody.
Oh God. All right. Anyways, so we get right there, and this dude, right after driver intros, opens up a pack of Newports and just starts downing Newports. I mean, like he would finish one cigarette, throw it down, start another one. And he had 3 packs of Newports. I was like 400 laps into this race, and he had been smoking the entire time. I got out of the track. I smelled a little bit of exhaust on me, and then it was like this half of my body was just cigarette smoke. We finally got up and left, but I like the entire time I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna have. I was really thinking about. I was really thinking about like
lung cancer.
being like, sorry, I got asthma, but I didn't.
We need to civilize Mars just so we can send someplace to all those where we can send somewhere.
Yeah, we need to put that dude
all
in
the
Space Force so we can get him off the planet.
grandstands.
Yeah, we need to put the first one-legged chain smoker on Mars.
It's all right. You're done on this planet. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You're done smoking.
I've
in
never seen
grandstands.
somebody smoke that many damn Newports.
This dude did like a race to the grave.
Yeah.
He had like the hole in the throat and everything. I was like, no wonder, dude.
Oh, he had a stoma.
And he's still smoking?
Oh, Jesus.
This is a hero. Was he blowing the smoke out the hole?
He had like a Kyle Busch hat on too.
Does this count as making fun of
him.
disabled people?
I think it does, because Caleb just spent a long time making
I
fun of
don't
a
care
man
if
in
it's
one
making fun
leg.
of disabled people. Stop fucking smoking.
Oh, flip it.
Hey, yeah, I mean, you're not like disabled if you did it to yourself.
True statement.
He wasn't saying anything about the leg. He was making fun of him. Like a
Me and,
hole.
me and the Hoff had working theories on what happened to the legs, and my favorite one was that he dropped his cigarette and it caught his leg on fire.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, there's my contribution.
Animal Planet is.
All right.
I'll never be back.
Let it be known, shrimps are bigoted against smokers.
I mean,
That's all right.
For 400 laps.
like, if you're gonna chain smoke 3 packs, like in the stands of a public spectator event, you're an animal.
Menthol. He was doing Newport. I thought menthol cigarettes got banned. I thought those were illegal now. This guy's smuggling them in.
No, they tried to ban them, but
Let me. I'll get you the.
I'm not up on my cigarette
There's
news.
an uprising.
Yeah, I don't have this knowledge.
I was like, he got the last cigarette out of the first pack, and I was like, finally. And then he pulled out a second one, started rapping, and I was like,
You
Jesus.
reloaded.
God. God.
New
smoked
mag.
60 cigarettes in the span of one race.
Golly.
How many laps was the race? 500.
500?
Yeah.
Dude, 500 divided by 60. That's what, like a cigarette every like 12 laps.
Oh
Something
my
like that,
God.
13
No,
laps?
they passed by pretty quick.
Dude,
at
and they were
Martinsville.
like kids below us, and they were just like throwing the cigarettes on the ground. I was like, yo,
never mind. I
FTK,
think it's like
brother.
18 or something.
FTK.
Dude, let me do that math right now. Yeah, I'm suck at mental math.
That's like
Yeah, me
that-
too.
menthol, man.
500 divided by 60. That is a cigarette every 8.33 laps.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
He
have fun.
and his
have-
wife were at it.
That
They were
is a
eating, like
serious
pistachios
animal
and spitting them
offense.
down too. I was like, yo.
And how long is a lap at Martinsville typically? How many
like
seconds?
20 seconds.
18 seconds, I think.
Times
Frost Chastain does it,
18,
yeah.
exactly 150. So that's a cigarette every 2.5 minutes on average. If you had 60 cigarettes
Oh
in
my
a
Yeah,
God.
five-
it went green the whole time.
technically.
He would do the cigarette and like he would blow the smoke out and it would just go directly into my face. I was like,
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus. You got to swing on him at that point.
At that point, I'd be like, dude, can we like
I
swap
don't-
spots? So I'm like, so you're downwind from me. So like, it's
Maybe.
not blowing into me.
You need to
please.
get Cody's battery-powered fan to
I
just
would
blow
have
the air
sent him back
away.
to Nam.
And then the
His
smoke.
extension cord.
And then the
Yeah,
smoke just like
extension
goes
cord
into the
run into my
family
car
Five's face
in the
instead.
parking lot.
Yeah. All right, that was Animal Planet from Martinsville, Virginia.
Smoking animals.
It is time for the media check-in. What the hell have y'all been playing and or watching this week?
Rusty, did you finish Hot D?
Honestly, no, I've not started the final episode yet.
Ah,
Yeah.
fuck you, Rusty.
It's,
You
dude,
fuck-
But
it's
how
kinda
about-
like when you get to like the end of a video game, it's like like I don't know, like once it's over, it's over. Like I can't say goodbye yet. Like I feel like if I just leave it kind of there, I'll get to it when I get to it.
I do that with shows too.
Why,
you don't wanna
why
end
haven't
it.
you watched? Sorry, go ahead.
Rusty, you were tweeting about Andor, weren't you?
Andor, yeah. So I was gonna start binge watching it, and I did, but I want to wait till I like kind of rip the whole thing because people gave me a
And
lot
not
of like
finish
really,
it.
yeah, probably, but people gave me some like really like cool like perspective on it. So shout out to everybody that replied to me. It was like Harris Lou, Ryan Pastana, a couple other dudes. So thank you guys. It gave me kind of like an idea of what to expect, so I know what to kind of cruise into.
Have you finished Jaws 3 yet? That's the real question.
Not yet.
I see it sitting there up on the shelf.
Oh,
Unless it's the
up there.
original cover.
The elf on the
It's up
shelf.
got the- we
Has
got the
anyone else
pigeon
watched
up there, too.
anything? Played anything?
Really?
Damn.
There was a
Modern Warfare 2.
Oh yeah, I didn't buy that.
there was a new Phasmophobia update. Very very fun.
Didn't the devs do a bunch of trashy shit? I
what'd
actually
they
heard
do?
something about that.
What'd they do?
I don't know. I was watching some streamer and they said the
For
devs were
Phasmophobia?
fucking around. Yeah.
Oh shit.
While he's looking that
I'm
up, how's
doing a Google
Buckers doing?
search.
Slap.
Buckers is doing all right. He's
Both
made-
chonkers and skinners.
Yeah, so fat Buckers and anatomically
think you can
correct
say
Buckers.
Cody.
So anatomically correct Buckers and fat Buckers have both been chilling up there. They're doing just fine.
Anatom.
What did you call the other
What was that?
I don't have a source on this.
Oh, this is
Alright,
the greatest
Lion.
show ever. Yeah, you're full of shit.
Yeah. I mean that's the whole point of the show. All right.
Best show ever.
Yeah, it's kind of dying a hard death here.
Hit
a
the
shame.
button.
We
Damn it.
hold on, we got 5 emails to read before this show goes under.
All right, let's do it.
The last one.
You gotta click
All
the
right.
button.
All right,
What
T-Bone writes in.
transformer do you guys want to be?
T-Bone
made you
writes
a
in.
whole-
Hello, Shrips. First off, I want to apologize to Cody for forgetting to give him a personal wholesome message.
Damn.
Oh,
I'm writing this 20 seconds into watching the 15th episode, realizing I somehow forgot. Cody, you're an OG in the community. I have nothing but respect for you.
thank you.
And then he has something for Cozy, but Cozy's not here. Sorry.
Damn.
Say it
I'll
so we
answer
can.
it.
so
Like,
we can
Cozy doesn't
maybe-
watch this show.
Yeah, Cozy doesn't watch this show.
He's too cool for us. Like, let's be
We'll pass
honest.
it along.
I wouldn't watch this show either.
All right. Harley Payne writes in. Happy Halloween. I have nothing interesting to write in this week, so I'm gonna skip straight to the question, trying to redeem myself from a couple terrible ones. What's your dream car? Be as specific or vague as you'd like. It has to be something real and road legal.
Oh, we
Road
didn't do the
legal?
intro music. Damn.
Yeah, no, that's what I was telling DT.
Oh, oh my god.
Yeah,
Not
we
too
can
late
say
I
it
didn't
now.
have a fan mail intro.
That's what
Nah,
I was
play
saying
it.
about Ben made you a whole
Send
thing.
Oh, the fan mail.
Your
Oh, that.
fucking mail.
It's
big.
bad.
Watch your fucking hand slap.
This shit is over.
This
is
It's
the
just
last
sad.
episode,
We've already
folks.
done
Damn
the.
slap. I don't give a fuck.
I can't go an episode
I'm
without
washed.
hearing
At this point. Welcome to fan mail. Fan mail.
fan mail.
Fan mail.
Speaking of wash,
Fan mail.
Watch your fucking hand slap.
We might need a producer. I don't know what I'm doing here.
This is
That's
why I can't go
right.
to Martinsville ever again. It's always too cold and I never wash my hands.
Anyway, what the hell is your dream cars, idiots?
Mm.
19. Oh, go ahead. Shit.
1985 Buick Regal painted up like Darrell Walters' Mountain Dew car.
Hmm. All right.
Fucking 1979 Ford F-250 and fucking lift that thing up a little bit and make it look like a little Bigfoot.
All right.
Metallic
19
sparkly blue.
Hell
Nine-
yeah.
1969. Nice. Chevrolet Camaro. The same way you trick it out like in fucking Need for Speed Carbon.
Mm.
Oh yeah. What a great game.
A 2030 Ford Mustang fueled by edible crickets.
There we go. I got a weird one.
Produced
And I have to pull up images to describe what this is. Okay. Real quick. Hopefully real quick. All right. Mazda AutoZam AZ1, stupid little 3-cylinder K car from Japan, right? Weird. But these weird tuning guys took like the little car and built like a big car around it. And it's called the Greddy 6.
They, like, took the small car and like built like a Zonda around it.
Yeah, so you can see it's got the little car in the middle of it because it's this dinky little tiny 3-cylinder thing, but they put a big ass engine in it and just turned it into a big car. So
That's
yeah,
kinda sick.
Ram
The
me
poor
that.
man's
Greddy
Zonda.
6.
That looks
Goofy.
like a
Nah.
kid car.
Yeah, it
So
looks
bad.
stupid. It looks like it'd be terrible, but it's really cool. There you go. That's my dream car.
Oh, can I have a second one?
Yeah.
1998 Nissan GTR Skyline.
Oh yeah, R34.
My legit answer would be a
Right-hand drive.
2016 baby blue Ford Focus RS. Jesus Christ.
Ford Fork.
We struggle with these
I
words
just-
sometimes, man.
Those are fun.
I just want my old Grand Prix back, man. That thing.
Yeah,
Not just
what
the
year?
nostalgia, but just how it rode. It was, I owned a 200002. It
So
was
he
a
can pretend he's
sedan.
Tony Stewart.
Yeah, I was about to say Tony Stewart style.
Dude, when you take that thing on a road trip, like
Did you buy it with Tony Stewart in mind?
I'd say yes.
I think that answered the question. I respect it.
dude, don't hate until you fucking sit in the back seat of that thing or you drive that thing down a highway and it's just taking those smooth sailing.
Look at that beauty right there.
If
Timeless.
Slap said a second one, I'm going for another one. Another Need for Speed inspiration. I always, the young teenager in me, always envisioned a completely tricked out, souped up Tokyo Drift style 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Oh yeah,
Those things are always hot. I loved how the rear taillights looked in those
the
things.
big triangles.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are sweet. Those are the last ones with the good engine too. All right. Andrew R from Australia has once again written a very eloquently written paragraph about why Ty Gibbs is a bitch. So yeah, I agree.
Fantastic.
But like, Ty Gibbs can do what he wants because his grandfather will back him. All right.
Yep.
Next email comes in from
He's gonna give him
Doggo.
a stern talking to, he said on Twitter.
Oh really? Oh
He's
wow.
gonna get a spanking, actually.
How's he gonna? How is he
might.
gonna give us
They're
stern
weird
talking to
Christians, right?
Jesus, I'm sorry.
You might
that
get a
was great line.
spanking. Doggo writes in, since it is on or around Spooky Day, depending on when the podcast is recorded, day after, I'd like to ask about something we should all share. Childhood trauma. Is there any media that scared you shitless as a kid? P.S.
Watching
After the
Saw when I was,
last
like,
fan
6.
mail, I'm a pray for y'all on some of these questions. Thank you,
Oh,
Doggo.
shit.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Watching Saw when I was like 6 years old, does that count?
Yeah,
Probably.
6.
Shout out to my parents. Yep, that was one of their finer decisions. We watched it as a family.
That's 6.
What?
I had to be 6. I couldn't have been any older than
And
6.
they just not
sawing
know?
his leg off.
Yeah, I was like 16
I could have been
when
5.
that movie came out, dude. I had to sneak out to like a friend's house to watch it on DVD. We rented from Blockbuster.
Ed, did they just not know like what was in the movie?
Oh no, they knew. I don't know. I don't know what they expected. That was like, it was quite the experience.
Before I get into mine, I know this is not a shrimp one, but Bill Burr has a hilarious story related exactly to this subject of his mom taking him and his really young brother when they were both like really little to Scarface in the movie theater, not knowing what it was at all. And
Oh
yeah,
my
just opens
God.
up with that chain scene with the. Is this?
Oh,
Oh,
But
Topped out.
there was like 3 that kind of freaked me out when I was a young lad. The original Child's Play, the original OG Chucky. Because I was like, I think 4 or 5 when I saw that for the first time. Blair Witch Project kind of freaked me out the first time I saw it. And Jaws was scary as shit,
yeah.
seeing that first OG Jaws when I was a kid. Specifically the scene when Quint gets dragged into the mouth of the thing when it leaps up on the boat and like he's sliding down at an angle.
Did any of you guys do the ride at Universal Studios?
No, I never got to do that.
Dude, I thought that was real. I honestly thought like I was gonna die in that fucking boat. Like,
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
It's like a really random movie that my dad rented one night. We watched over dinner called Law Abiding Citizen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, literally within the first 5 minutes. Keep in mind, I'm like 7 or 8 when this happens. So the opening scene, it's this like CIA agent, but he's in his house, like just having dinner with his family. And these people break into his house, like brutally murder his wife and kid. And then the entire movie is like a revenge plot, and it ends in like some torture scene. But that traumatized me as like an 8-year-old because I thought I was about to get my house like busted into.
Jesus.
Shouts out, you can watch that movie in glorious 360p on YouTube in full right now. Somebody uploaded it like 6 years ago. It's still up.
Who else?
All right.
I got a quick one. Did you guys ever have like dreams or nightmares where like you had to like defeat the dream to like never have the nightmare or dream ever again?
What
no,
the
but
fuck?
I love that
Wow.
premise though.
That's great.
God.
Does it actually work?
It worked. It fucking worked, dude. I don't know how to explain this, but I had a bunch of nightmares about
Okay.
the witch from Wizard of Oz, and
Okay.
like she just kept like,
How
I
did
don't-
you, my pretty?
dude. I feel like it had to have been like 50 nightmares with her minimum, and like
Jesus.
finally one night I was like, you know what, like nah, it like clicked in my brain, like you know.
Not having it.
Nah.
What age were
having
you
it.
when this was happening? When was this?
I don't
He was
remember.
he was 32.
But that is an
He's
important part of the
32 when he
story.
finally defeated the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah. So part 2, the one movie that actually like I didn't know like totally like scarred me or damaged me or psychologically destroyed me. Maybe this is the way I am. There's a movie that came out, I think had to be early 90s, called The Witches. And it was so scary to me. I completely repressed this memory. Like I had no, like, I think I went like 15, 20 years without even remembering this movie. And just out of nowhere, I saw something on Twitter a couple years ago. I think they remade the movie, or there's like a remake or something. And like, I went back and like watched the original like trailer, and it was like looking back, it's really, really stupid, but it was so scary at the time. The way she transforms into this like witch, like her skin like melts off. It's honestly the dumbest thing you'll ever see looking back, but at the time it was the scariest thing I ever saw in my life. So The Witches is my final answer. Terrifying.
All right. I respect it.
Right before we move on, I just thought of another one that is. Oh, while we're on the subject of
This
scary
is a
movies,
damn good question.
there's one. Yeah, since we've been thinking about this, I think about this movie every so often just because of how horrifying the ending. I don't know when it came out, but I saw it about 10 years ago. It's a movie called Martyr. And I'm gonna spoiler alert. It's at least a decade old. So if you haven't seen it by now, sorry, spoiler alert. Basically, the premise of the movie, it's like this weird like organization where they're basically capturing and torturing people, and the object of torturing them is to try to keep them like right at the fringe of death, but still alive. So they're like experiencing that like euphoric, like whatever like chemicals your body gives off to like deal with the pain of death. To like know what that's like.
DTM,
And
that Joe Rogan chemical.
A lot of like the
Or
details
DMT.
of
Chrome.
a lot of the details of the movie are lost with time, but like that's kind of the premise. And one of the main characters at the end, they literally find this woman and they flay her. Like just all her skin's gone. She's literally just dangling there like a muscle person. And this lady who's like the head of the organization like comes over, and like the lady, like the tortured person, like whispers in her ear like what the secret that they've been searching for right before dying. And then the movie ends. This lady like brings like a gathering or a meeting of like this whole organization. She's like, I found it. Like I know what the secret is. Like I know what the secret we've all been searching for. And like right when she's about to tell them, she just pulls out a gun and blasts herself in the head, and that's how the movie ends.
What the?
Yeah,
Fuck?
you can
Alright.
understand why that movie stood with me for like a decade plus.
All right.
Shout out. I think it was
Shout out
called
to any
Marty.
kids watching.
Jesus.
Yeah,
fucking
shout
good.
out to blasting yourself. Nice.
All right. On that note, the last email.
I
Comes
didn't
in
get to
from-
do my childhood trauma.
Yes.
How- All right. All right.
Slap. I
All
wanna hear
right,
more.
so the year is like got to be like 1995, and my friend has
Jesus
this.
Christ.
My friend has this game called for Super Nintendo called Contra 3: The Alien Wars, and it starts off with like this city getting like immediately like blown to bits, and this fucked up looking alien descends from the sky, just its face and these like big toothy grin with sharp teeth, these fucked up eyes, and like I could not stay in the room. I had to like go into the kitchen. I was like at his house, and I'd have to like, go in the kitchen, like pretend I was like looking for something to drink. I just could not look at that. That fucked me up.
Damn.
But the one that got me good, I had to be 8 years old because I was 7 when Star Wars got re-released on VHS, and so my dad rented all 3 Star Wars movies. Like, you gotta watch this. I was like, all right, cool. So I watched Star Wars, and that was great. And he's like, you want to see Han Solo beat up Nazis? And I'm like, yeah. So we started watching Indiana Jones, and I think it was Raiders of the Lost Ark, the face melting scene at the end.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
look at it. Don't open your eyes.
That fucked me up for like solid 2 weeks. Like I didn't get a wink of sleep.
And that was with practical effects too.
Yeah,
So
that
it
was
looked
like
real.
all
They made like those
Yeah.
wax
effects.
figures and took a bunch of hair to them and just sped up the footage. So they all just
Yeah, and like I
melted.
think even the ghost faces were just like hand drawn, superimposed over like the actual like film or whatever. But yeah, that fucked me up. I didn't sleep for weeks.
Dude,
Yeah.
Practical
movies like they
effect
used to.
like horror stuff is so
Yeah.
good.
Or like,
Like all of the Saw stuff with those
Mhm.
just insanely complicated setups to get these practical effects, like the Indiana Jones face melt.
Yeah, they got an actor to saw off his own foot. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
method acting.
I mean, it's not CG. It's still a practical thing happening. All right.
I can do one more
Not-
quick shout out to the movie Hook. I'm not going to go into it, but the movie Hook, terrifying.
Dude,
All right.
DriveThrough's about to stab you with a hook. Shut up.
Trying to end the last episode of this podcast with the last email. It comes in from Shlomo. Shlomo says, "Hey Shrimps, how's it going? Long time viewer, long time writer. It's true. I just wanted to say thank you guys for all what you do with this podcast. It's hands down my favorite podcast. And thank you for including me in y'all's community and accepting me in with you guys and slap calling me based. Happy to have a small role in the podcast nearly every week. Anyways, as for my question, after the Ross Chastain move this week, what was the racing moment that just made you laugh and just appreciate it after it happened, and you're just blown away that it even happened? Thank you guys, and get hard for Menard. Thank you, Shlomo. For me, I gotta say the 2021 F1 finale, the Hamilton Verstappen thing with the caution at the end, and then they go green for one lap. Everyone
No, Mike.
freaking out because it's all the Max fans are loving it. All the Hamilton fans are still
He's not
pissed like
right.
2 years later. I thought it was great. It was just good entertainment. Love me some chaos. I've always been about that chaos though. That's why I wanted
Yeah.
fucking Blaney to win the championship. But Chastain's my new pick, so we'll take him.
Fuck Blaney's pick.
I love stuff like that where you don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
Yeah, anytime the what the fuck meter is pegged, we're looking good. We're doing good.
I gotta say the Ross thing, just because I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
I think the biggest like WTF, like I cannot believe that just happened, is probably Carl Edwards hooking himself off Joey's nose.
No, no.
That-
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that
did.
was so shocking, like so. Yeah,
I cried when that happened, and I will admit that forever. I
Where were
cried.
you?
The
That's
choke that
tough.
gift wrapped Jimmy his 7th championship on a silver
Yeah,
platter. It's like,
that's
here you go, Mr. like 14 DNFs this season. Here, you're deserving of this
Fuck
championship.
Jimmy
I was-
Johnson.
I
Fuck
was a
Tony
Jimmy
Stewart.
Johnson fan. I loved it.
Oh, whoa, hold on.
Boo. Boo. Shout out to that video about ending his career at Pocono, by the way. That's in the Hall of Fame of Shrimp.
That is an Outlap podcast original, by the way. We came up with that idea
It's
live.
lore. It's factual lore.
You can say start making more videos.
Dude, and as soon as
based
that
off
thing
of our
popped off,
discussions on this
other
podcast.
YouTubers started making the same point, being like, "Oh, Jimmy Johnson crashed the Pocono in 2017." Before I made that video, no one was talking about it.
Yeah.
True statement.
Now it's
Yeah.
Kurt Busch, sadly. Jeez,
Well,
that
Pocono
track is
also
cursed.
ended,
That track is cursed.
Pocono also ended Bobby Labonte's winning days after he had that bad crash like 2004. Like he
Wasn't that
I did not
all?
know about that.
Bobby Allison.
yeah.
That sounds like a video. The Bobby Labonte one. I didn't know about that at all.
Yeah,
Pretty sure it was Pocono. I think he had a bad wreck at Pocono. He's like concussed.
Is that when he burst into flames and like flailed out of the car? Or am I thinking of a different one? Because that was at California, I'm pretty sure.
No,
We
this
could
is
be
just-
thinking of
I-
two
I'm
different
I'm
ones.
pretty sure this is just a hard hit in like 2004.
Could be.
Do the math. Someone figure it out.
That Bob
I'll
with
go
the
back
money
and
when
look
it
at it.
was that killed it.
But my big moment was first race I ever went to, 1995 All-Star race. Shortly after being fucking traumatized by Contra 3, the Alien Wars on Super Nintendo, my family takes me to the All-Star race, first race ever, and you know, being a 5-year-old kid like at your first race, you don't know what the fuck to pay attention to. But I remember Dale Earnhardt had that silver car. He's right next to Darrell Waltrip, who also had that streak of silver in his car, and they were side by side, and they just push each other up into turn 4. They both wreck. Just a shower of smoke and sparks. And here comes Jeff Gordon, that rainbow car. Zoom! Ends up winning the race. And I was just like, holy shit, this is so much better in person. This is so much better than watching it on TV. And the smell is the first time I ever smelled burning rubber. And I was hooked. And the other one was 2011 Coca-Cola 600. Dale Jr. run out of gas on the last lap.
Yeah.
I've never heard 100,000 people be that quiet.
Oh.
Are we allowed to talk about what happened to Rusty at his first race?
Dude,
I mean, everybody
we
knows
could.
at this point, but-
We could,
No.
because that's the most. That is the most
dying
brutal.
anyways.
That is the most brutal
All right.
beginning to a NASCAR fandom of like all
All
time.
right, they'll figure it out eventually. Anyway, Slap, what were you gonna say?
Well,
What?
to add to that, the thing that still spooks me to this day. My dad's first race he went to was the '98 500, and the first race he brought me to was that 500. And I don't know how the universe works, but I think about it a lot. You know,
That is really cosmic. Like that's fucked up.
That's the real
Jesus
spookiness right
I
there.
contemplate believing in a lot of things after that.
Damn, so that's where it started.
And then what was it? The 2021 Daytona 500, Derek Cope wrecks on lap 3.
Yep.
Yeah, like 30 years to the day of him winning.
Man.
Winning. And then a lap 3 for Dale, he ends up wrecking.
Yeah.
Mm.
To get us back on the answering train, most flabbergasted I've ever been was when Montoya crashed in the jet dryer. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
there in
That's a
person.
good one.
Oh
Didn't
my
know what was
God.
happening. It was like 12 a.m. and we had to leave because the track was in shambles. And yeah, that was my first 500, and Montoya crashed into the jet dryer. So
I got one for Jeff Gordon fans. I was at the 2015 Homestead race, and when Jeff Gordon sent it 3 wide on the bottom to take the lead, that place went wild, like absolutely wild. Like I've never seen Jeff Gordon go 3 wide in my life. And when he took the lead and cleared it, I was like, because I was with my buddy who's a Jeff Gordon fan too. It was like surreal. Like you can't, like it just, you felt the electricity. Like this is his last race. Takes the lead 3 wide on the bottom. Like that was pretty cool.
I got one for absurdity when I was this is an IndyCar one, but going to the one where the pace car crashed in Detroit a few years ago, and then everybody left to the went out of the pits, went around the corner, you couldn't see him anymore, and then only Alexander Rossi came back, and for what felt like forever, that was the case. Nobody else was ever seen again.
Yeah, just shouts out to some random Chevy exec who decided to gun it a little bit too hard.
Dude,
Sloppy Joe
that thing
stuff.
got wrecked hard.
There's another big what the fuck moment. The one and only time I went to the Indy 500, 2017, that Scott Dixon crash.
oh yeah,
I was on the
That's a
front
big one.
stretch.
Jeez,
I didn't
yeah,
see it, but
that
when they
one.
played the replay, like on the big screen on the front stretch, that whole place went fucking silent.
Damn.
'Cause
Airborne
I
for
thought he was
so
fucking
long.
dead. Like I brought my dad to that race, and it was his birthday present. and I brought him to that race, and then we just watched somebody die. I was like, all right, you're welcome, Dad, I guess.
Damn.
and then Scott Dixon gets out of the car, and then like everybody cheers. I was like, oh, thank God I didn't have to bring my dad to a fucking driver's execution.
That reminds me of just how big Indy is. Like a wreck can happen somewhere and you have no idea like what's happening if you're in a different part of the track. You guys ever have those moments where you just look back? It's like, God, I was a fucking jackass. Like I was an asshole during that.
Oh, all the time.
The 2019 Indy 500, there was a big one with like maybe 20 to go with Sebastian Bourdais and others. It was like it was a way bigger wreck than I thought it was. But I was like on the opposite end of the track. I thought it was just a spin. And my dumbass, pale, pasty self forgot to bring sunscreen. At the start of the race, it was cloudy, so it was fine. But then it started getting really sunny, so I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm getting baked. Like, can we get this fucking going? Like, I just kept like, just like mumbling to myself, like, Jesus Christ, like, what the hell is taking so long? Not realizing like how big the wreck. I thought it was just like a spin, and there was like a 40-minute cleanup or something. But yeah, I think about that every now and then. It's like, God, I was a fucking idiot.
Hey boys, can we get a move on? I'm burning out here.
Sorry. Filling time.
No, I was
moving.
What minute mark?
That's both in reference to the story and the show.
Damn. That it?
Yep.
All right. If you have good questions,
I got one more.
Ooh. Oh shit!
Rusty
No, I'm
waits. Like,
I want to hear a story.
Gotcha. Too easy. Too easy.
send us your fucking emails. We'll read them if they're good.
For the record, this is what we do pre-show every week to DT.
I gotta go take a shower real quick.
This is what I get for putting on a show with my idiot friends.
We're gonna. What's the
We got pick a
podcast
title.
name?
FTG.
It's gotta be FTG. It's gotta be FTG.
There's no one's gonna click on that.
What?
TG and the Ross boss.
How they make it F Ty Gibbs? I don't give a shit, dude. Make it something.
Yeah, and the Ross boss. I kind
But
of.
we didn't even. Is there anything good
we
like
done pretty
conversations that we had today?
Who throws a bucket of chicken? Name it that.
Yeah, bucket of chicken. Bucket of
That's
chicken.
way better.
Bucket of chicken.
Bucket of chicken, dude.
There we go.
It's done.
I love it.
Who
There we go.
throws a bucket of KFC onto the track?
Hey, yo, fuck Jeff Gordon.